following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
I mean, it's been a long time since I actually did some man shit. Like some shit
when you say that, are you gonna get your Nike Monarchs? Are you gonna Air
As I was about
Monarchs
to
for that?
ask.
I mean,
No, man.
Monarchs,
See. I feel like you got to be consistent in your doing man shit. You don't just get the Air Monarchs. Like you don't get a diploma for attending one class, AG. Like you got to actually.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, as always, it's your man, Ruben up here in the house, still in, and of course, right beside me, my man, my homie, my cousin, AG.
what's happening, y'all? How you doing? I got a question, man.
What's up?
What happened to Mello? I'm not a Mello anymore. Did I get demoted?
No.
First of all, I think you owe, at this point, I think you owe the audience an explanation, with the audience meaning me. What does Mello mean? Because I always think of like Carmelo Anthony. That's the only time
My
I hear
homie,
Mello.
my friend.
Okay, is that another language?
Yeah. No. My man, my mellow.
Okay, what does Mello mean? What's it?
My friend.
Okay.
My homie.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Just another. Yeah. I mean, look, Moco Cowboy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. Why is it every time you cut your hair, you got this farmer's tan where your hairline used to be?
Because I just cut it like 3 days ago.
I mean,
I didn't cut it last Monday, and it hasn't had enough time in the sun. That's what happens. Like when you have hair, it covers up your scalp, so your hair don't get a tan. Your scalp don't get a tan. But once it's free, it's like, oh. And so, yeah, it's the summer. So, normally I cut my hair, I ball it. One, it's a choice. I need to say that because it is. I don't have that bald hair. As you know, I've run around quite a bit with hair. However, I like my scalp to breathe. And also, the other reason is in the past, I've had dry scalp issues. So there are times where I will cut my hair to make sure my scalp is good. And my scalp is good. Now, the question is, how long am I going to leave it bald? I don't know. Like, I enjoy it bald now. It's starting to warm up and stuff. And, you know, my job's going to have me outside a little bit more. So, yeah, you know, I like hair. But, yeah, this is easy. I can get up in the morning, throw some oil on this joint and be like, what's up? It's shining already. I'm shining off the light. You know, I'm just trying to be like AG and Mo B, man. You know what I'm saying?
You are not trying to be like us, sir. Most of the year, you are not like us.
Well, actually, for a long time, I was.
You were, but then you grew it out, and I thought maybe you didn't want to do that anymore.
No, I grew hair because, you know, I like to change it up for the ladies. Some ladies like bald hair. Some ladies like hair.
Hey, man.
And you know what? I give options. I can do it all, baby.
Speaking of ladies, I have to say this. First of all, I'm going like not low key say our show is great. The reason why I'm saying this is because I try to reference our show against another show for loudness and clarity and all the things I care about.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and another guy. I've never heard of him. But anyway, they have a show. I listened to it for about a half an hour. So the rest of the trip home, I listened to our show, which was the last show we did last week.
Yeah.
And our show competes well. I thought maybe there'd be some differences. I was working on a few things to make it a little bit better than it was. And I think I got there. So that's the first thing. It's loud enough. It's clear enough. Everything is heard, which is, all you really want when you're producing podcasts or anyone out there doing one.
Correct.
But the content usually is stellar. And we usually don't have a chance to go back and forth, you and I. But that whole thing, that bit about the names in Beulah, dude, yeah. I was in the car crying. That
was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Well, I'm telling you right now, bro, man, that was freaking hilarious. I was weak. And then Moby entered. And that, I was like, okay, this show's good. This show's good. And I know that it's not a shameless plug, because I'm not telling you to go listen to it or whatever. I'm just letting you know that I'm listening to it, and I had forgotten that I'm part of this. So I forgot. The show has gotten so good to me that I don't have bias, because it compares to everything I listen to on a daily basis. And I listen to a lot of podcast content. I don't listen to a lot of music. So I understand what's good and what is not. Because it's like my attention is locked in. If a podcast is not good, I'll be like, well, I'll start thinking about, driving the car, or start thinking about other things, or just like turn it off if it's not interesting. If it's just people yelling, or if it's just people that are just dumb, that doesn't really, shock value doesn't overshadow good content. So, I'm aware of what's good and what's not, and our show's good. I promise you it is. Well, it's sounding better. We're better at it. And I think there's some genuine talent. So,
as far as the way it sounds, 100% goes to you, my brother, because you make it sound good. You got us in position to get the material, such as the correct microphones and the correct stuff to make us sound good. So I appreciate that greatly. As you said, there's talent. There's talent here, but there's also talent for those people who listen. Like, we appreciate the listeners so much, especially ones who listen to us live and they're interactive. Like, to me,
let's just go ahead and say BMA, Black Morticia Addams, is like, wow.
I think everybody brings their own little piece, but I think it enhances our stuff. And honestly, there have been some times where we would talk about something, but it goes way off left simply because of what the board has talked about. So, like, the cool thing is, y'all are just as important to the show as we are. So thank y'all for that. Once again, like I say at the end, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Because you're right, AG. I think we do a really good job of putting out great content. My thing is, I want more people to listen. Whether it's live or whether it's later. Just listen. It's awesome. And I feel like the pieces work. Hey, we appreciate you, Black Morticia Addams.
Yes, we do. I second that.
As well. And Moco Cowboy and everybody else who listens and talks to us. Even if you don't talk to us, we appreciate you listening. Because, once again, I've said it numerous times, this is like therapy that I ain't got to pay for. Because therapy is expensive. But I have my own little place where I can speak my own little piece. And I don't have to go out and do nothing crazy the next day. And I got two co-hosts and AG and Moby who allow me to do that. So thanks to all around. But you know what? Hey, it's another great Sunday. And this is what we do on Sundays. We have a good time. We talk that crazy. And every once in a while, we talk some serious. Like today, we're going to get into a little bit of serious stuff because I think it's important that we do talk about some real talk. However, before we get into that, it's my 5 time, baby. It's my 5 time. And I think we do this my 5 every year, and every year it changes. The list always changes. So it is May. What they say? April showers bring May flowers. Awesome. It also brings a bunch of damn heat, which honestly, I'm here for most of it. You know, past 85, I ain't here for that shit. But like, and honestly, over 80, I ain't here for that shit. But, you know, I don't like it to be cold. Like today, this whole rain and cold shit, nah.
It's wonderful.
Keep that shit.
It's wonderful.
I mean, well, you can have it. It's not. Can't fucking shit. Once again, day number 2, I did look at my window. I didn't even step outside. It's just one of those things. But the My 5 today is our normal My 5 that we do every year about this time. 5 things that you want to do this summer. That's not normal. Not like get up and eat and shit. Let's talk about some shit that we want to do differently this year. So AG, what you got for me?
Well, I don't have 5 because I ain't 5 things I want to do over the summer. However, there are a couple of things.
Okay.
Number 1, and I think I'm about to tell it because this is going to be a surprise for my wife.
Uh-oh.
If it can happen. I've been talking to some dudes at work about baseball. Some of them are Orioles fans like my wife and I are. Actually, I'm an Atlanta fan, but I'm an Orioles fan because I like being married. So he was like, dude, if you take the Amtrak train, it'll drop you off near the stadium. So I thought, you know, we could go on an Amtrak train ride and go to the game, and then the train kind of builds its schedule around the baseball game when it concludes. So we can get on a train, not have to drive back, not have to get a hotel or whatever. The biggest thing for me is just not have to drive back because 95 is like off the hook. And them doggone tolls is like, yo, I mean, you gotta take out a mortgage to use those tolls, man. I'm like, come on, y'all. So that was the one thing I wanted to do. If it can happen. Probably be later on, like August, September, something like that. The other thing I wanted to do, more of an accomplishment, is just like I want to get better, like really proficient at Excel. And SQL and all the things so I can write language to control Excel and all the things you need to do. So I started that about maybe, 3 weeks ago or whatever it is. Just trying to get some skills under my belt that I actually like. Not trying to get any skills under my belt that I can't stand. Because if you have to learn it and you don't like it, and there's no one got a whip going, hey, you need to learn this, I'm not going to do it. But this is something I can kind of get with that's an actual skill that can help me out later on that I kind of like. So, those are really the only 2 things. And, spending time with the wife any way I can.
Of course. Nothing wrong with that.
But it's not abnormal. It's not anything stupendous. And really the biggest thing that I wanted to do, I can't do because he sold out so fast. I didn't know Jerry Seinfeld was going to be at Wolf Trap this year. And when I went to see if I could get tickets, I mean, they didn't have any seats sitting together. Everything was sold out virtually. So that's out the window. But anyway,
Wolf Trap? What is that?
Wait a minute, you don't know what Wolf Trap is?
I do not.
Bro, okay, well, anyway, it's one of the finer outside venues in the country. And if you have it, because like Cousin Karen goes all the time when she sees New Edition and Mint Condition and all the
Was it
shows.
DC or something?
Huh?
Is it DC?
Almost. It's in Vienna, which is right next door to Fairfax. It's right down the street from Tyson's Corner.
Oh.
Dude, if you get a chance to see any show, and usually the season starts like this month and goes through like September, you gotta go. You gotta go. I mean, it's really, for me, it's a place where, the wife and I have gone. It's kind of a place that we like to go. If you have a date, girl you really like, it's that place. It's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Got
just
a
think
couple.
about it, man. Just think about it. Because John Legend's going to be in town. I know. I thought of Karen, like when I went through the list, they send me a flyer every year. New Edition going to be in there again.
Any heartbreak? Any heartbreak?
Hey, man. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that humidity thing and that heat thing.
At night, you get that breeze blowing, got the trees. It's kind of dope, bro. It's kind of dope.
Yeah. Everything's better when you have a significant other there.
Oh, you're not wrong about that because I think we went it's been a year. So we went last year. She wanted to see the Psychedelic Furs and the Squeeze, which I don't expect anybody that's not my age to know who that is. But the sound wasn't good, but the performances were, and she had a great time. Her first time there. And yo, it's nice, man. Spend time with the little lady, going up there, coming back, eat good food. Yo, man, we went to Wegmans. Bro, that's the kind of grocery store you like, you know, going to debt to just shop there. Have you ever been to
a couple
Wegmans, man?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
It's expensive. Food's good
I
though.
mean-
It's expensive as shit.
I understand that, but yo, we took some Wegmans back to the hotel. It was on like popcorn, baby. I'm just saying, they had snacks and fruit and more snacks, and it was all just like the good stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are the three things I wanted to get done. One thing for sure, one thing's a maybe, one thing I can't do because, yo, it's like Jerry Seinfeld must sold out in a day. I'm like,
Yeah, Mocha Cowboy said John Legend's gonna be at Wolf Trap for 3 nights.
yeah, it's going to be great, man. Whoever's got tickets for that, I'm sure it's going to be a great show. As long as the sound guy is good. Because when I went last time, man, the sound guy sucked. I was like, who is this dude? I mean, I've seen a lot of shows at Wolf Trap, and that I've never heard anyone sound like really bad. But I knew it was a problem when the opening act is giving the sound guy, you know, hand signs to do this or that or the other because they didn't have their own sound. You never have your own sound when you play a Wolf Trap. You're dedicated. I mean, you're kind of dependent on them to get it right, and it was so wrong all night. It was
So
just bad.
if it ain't good in practice, it's not gonna be good that night.
Well, I'm just saying, bro, it was bad. But anyway, that's what I got going on this summer is goals to get done, and that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Cool. Yeah, I got a couple goals this summer. You know, one goal I have is I need to do something with the backyard, man. I feel like I don't know if it's something as simple as to put down not concrete, but just like the flat bricks and make like a sitting area outside, or you know, build some sort of a deck, small deck, so I can put my grill out there. So I don't have to walk down to get to the grill. It's kind of right at the door. Or I just need to do something because I got a nice backyard and I look at it and it's like, please do something with me.
Well, I suggest, you know, do you have the app called Pinterest?
I do.
You need to get on it.
But that's not, so the question's not what I want to do. The question is, can I afford to do anything?
You can afford to do anything. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe you
well.
can't afford to do it like somebody else wants you to do it, but you can get an
Yeah.
idea and then you can make it to where you can afford it, or you can just do it yourself.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different things online. You know, somebody built a little thing in their backyard for $400, and I was like, and I watched the whole thing, and I was like, wow, you know, they did all the labor themselves
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and that's cool. Yeah, I'm not good with that shit.
What do you
So
mean?
I'm not a labor guy,
What?
so we gotta figure that out.
If you're not a labor guy, you may as well just be broke.
I mean,
You're
yeah,
a homeowner. You're not allowed to say that.
I say it every day.
Oh, okay. That's why you need to do something in your backyard now.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
You can say it, but it's still going to make your life miserable.
Yeah, I know. Gonna make my wallet miserable too.
But
But it is
the
what it
outcome, sir,
Yeah.
the outcome.
I mean, you know, I'm just trying not to be house poor, baby.
I
And it's
mean,
hard.
you're already house poor.
Maybe. But still, I don't want to be like super house poor. Like,
Well, you won't be if you learn how to do things yourself.
well, exactly. So I got to figure that out.
If you want to make a deck, man, just like envision what you want and then just work backwards.
I know what I want. It's just, it's not. Here's the thing, man. Is it gonna cost more for me to do it than it is to get somebody else? Because
Dude,
if
I promise
mess up,
you, if you get some, because see, two things can be true at the same time.
yes,
And one of the things is if you get somebody reputable to do it, it's going to be great. And you're going to be broke because
Yeah.
ain't nothing free. And this guy,
Yeah.
this person is like got time, labor, and really what you're really paying for is skill and know-how.
yeah,
What I'm saying to you is you have time. You're on your own schedule and you can watch some YouTube videos or whatever. And bro, and some chalk lines and some laser levels and get the foundation right. And then you're off to the races.
yeah. We'll check it out. We'll see what's up.
Man, that sounds like it ain't gonna happen. Already.
No, that sounds like we're gonna see what's up.
Okay.
Because I mean, like I've watched a couple things. It doesn't look hard until you start doing it. So, you know, it's one of those things. But that's a wish list for me. This year I'm trying to finish my story, as it were, and actually go to Canada this year for my birthday.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you never got a chance to go when you were gonna go.
Yeah, wildfires and crap.
Yeah, that kind of thing
Yeah,
happens.
So
So
I think-
you know someone up there, right?
I do, but I think I'm just gonna make a shorter trip this year. Get in, get out. Hopefully my brothers will come with me. You know, we can get in and get out.
Okay.
Because I mean, my thing is I don't want to waste time up there because right now I'm on this kick about not wasting time about certain things. So
I mean, well, let's back up a minute. How are you wasting time by going? In Canada, how do you waste?
I don't want to get up there and sit in a hotel room. When I'm there, not saying that everything needs to be mapped out, but when I'm there, I want to be either sleep or doing something. Sleep, eating, or doing something. And, you know, one of the big things is Canada Day is July 1st.
Okay.
So I want to be there for that because that's their like 4th of July. So I really want to be there for that.
Okay.
So the question is, how many days before I go up? You know, stuff like that. So I'm kind of ironing out all that because it's going to be like an 8.5 hour drive from my bro's house. So like, that's a day that I'm driving. and
Actually,
then a
it
day
still
back.
blows my mind you can get there so fast.
Yeah. So right there, I have to count a day of and a day back. So there's 2 previous dead days. And then, you know, I'm just trying to plan some things to do and some things I want to see, that sort of thing. I just want to maximize my time up there. But I don't want to schedule myself to a point where, well, we got to be at 2:30 now. That's not the way I roll.
Well,
at all.
actually, that might be able to help you maximize your time, though. Make some sort of itinerary.
Yeah, we'll see. But
There's a we'll see
yeah,
again.
that's right. But so, you know, that's a second thing I want to do. You know, I really want to get back to working out a lot better.
Okay.
However, good old left shoulder decides it wants to act a fool. So I need to
Does
figure
that
out
prevent you from getting on your bike?
what prevents me from lifting.
But does that prevent you from getting on your bike?
No, it does not. But right now, the feet prevent me from getting on the bike.
Well, I mean, the feet are going to heal, but does the shoulder prevent you from getting on the bike?
Well, I'm not talking about the bike. I'm not worried. That's not what I'm worried about. You know,
I just want to give you a hard time.
I want to do some other physical things other than be on the goddamn bike. So,
Why you got to blaspheme the bike, bro? What the world, man?
I'm just saying, man. It's one of those.
That
I'm
bike
just
did not
saying.
do anything to you.
No, it didn't. It did not. I know. It's
Black
great.
Morticia Adams laugh out loud. Dang.
Dang.
That's what I'm
Look,
saying,
just-
Black Morticia Adams.
But you're talking about the bike. I am not. Very
Moco
about the bike.
Cowboy, his excuse is muscle is strong.
Yes, very much that. But I want to. But if I can't lift my arm up higher than this, it's kind of some problems there. So
Yeah, that's true.
I need to figure out. There are ways to exercise it out, but of course I can't find none of it online. And apparently it's like physical therapy shit. So,
Man,
You know.
are you sure you can't go to YouTube and find out?
I've been looking, man. I've been looking, actually.
I find that hard to believe. I'm not saying that you're lying about looking. I'm just saying
Yeah, you
YouTube's
are.
got everything, man.
I mean, YouTube's got everything, but not to fix my life, but it is what it is on that. Yeah, man, I'm trying. I seriously, with that working out, I seriously want to drop some weight this summer. I'm
Okay.
not looking to drop maybe I want to get under 3. I think that's my goal. I
I
want to
thought
get
you're
under.
already under 3. No,
No, I'm about 312 right now.
that's not bad. That's not a bad goal. 12 pounds or 13, as it were.
Yeah, I kind of want to get, by September 1, I want to be under 3.
Okay.
Because in the grand scheme of things, I'll be busy this summer,
Okay.
with work and stuff, and then just, hey man, I need my body to work for me. So
Actually, I did want to ask you a question that your question sparked, which is,
Yes.
are you going to be doing 4-H this summer?
no, I really haven't done 4-H this summer in a while.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something you
I
did all
don't
the
work there
time.
anymore. No,
Okay.
no. But yeah, so there's that. And honestly, I guess the other thing that I really want to do is, I know it's gonna sound crazy, I want to go on a date.
You have anybody in mind?
Nope. I gotta hold
Nobody?
someone to figure one out. Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta hold someone to figure it out. But I'm gonna actively look at going on a date this summer. I think I'm ready. I'm ready
So,
to poke a
okay,
toe in the
well,
water.
since we're talking about this, let's make
Oh,
it
Jesus
interesting.
Christ.
Come
No,
on,
let's
man.
not. No, there's no bets happening on nothing.
I'm not betting anything.
Nope.
Why can't I ask? See, this is the problem Moby had, and I don't want to speak for the dude, but the only reason I'm saying this is because I've heard him say it before. But it's like, when we can just get into Ruben, you always cock block us, man. You give nothing to this show.
That's not true.
Okay,
I give my life
since
to
it's
this
not
show.
true, prove it. What do you give to this show that is opening yourself up to it? Exactly.
He's
Thank you,
already
Black
shutting
Morticia Adams.
questions
He
down.
already shutting questions down. Exactly.
All right, man, what you got? Talk to me.
I'm just asking you. First of all,
Yeah,
you want to go on a date.
I do.
So are you? So okay, I'll tell you what. I'll ask you this: are you at a point in your life where a significant other is not just an afterthought? I mean, some people never get there.
No.
Sometimes it's like whatever. It doesn't.
I'm
if
ready.
it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I'm ready, but what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna try to build a future until I can see a present.
Okay. Okay. That's just the course of things. Why would you make that such a,
Well, no, I guess what I'm saying more is, I like her, but the question is, okay, I want, instead of thinking about how this could positively be down the line, I want to live in the moment more. So my hope is I want to find somebody that I would like to take on a date.
Okay.
And instead of going to my mind working to the point it's like, okay, how does it go fit in with family? I just want to go on a date and live in that moment. And then just be that way. Because I'm not that way at all.
Because I was getting ready to ask you, isn't that how a date starts? Just saying, hey,
Yeah,
I want to go with this person and it's going to be
But
nice.
my mind works, man. But my mind works. And that's one of the things. I would definitely say that's a fault that I have sometimes. Whereas, I may find somebody attractive
Okay.
and I've already, unfortunately, started to think about future before I know her name. And it's kind of really messed up.
Okay, so explain, because I know, okay, let's take my Korean wife. That's Black Morticia Adams. I love you, girl. But anyway, my wife and I, when we started dating, I would think of all kinds of future things. So
Well, I'm thinking-
so when
No,
you say
I'm
that,
saying
what do you mean?
I'm saying
Yes, really, Black Morticia Adams, really.
I'm saying like, okay, have I like just seeing her just from, okay, can I see myself with this girl? And I haven't even like gone out with her. Like,
that doesn't matter.
I don't want to plan future. I just want to live in the moment. I don't live in the moment enough. And,
Okay, I see. Okay.
and I want to do that.
Okay.
And it's time for me to do that.
Okay. Now, do you think that destroyed some relationships that could have been something in the past?
I don't think it.
Oh, B,
helps
what's
me.
happening?
And not much, man. You know, I'm right on time as usual.
Wait a minute, before we get started with what Ruben was saying, what are the Wrens?
This is an old basketball team.
Is what they used to call the streaking your underwear when you use the bathroom.
Bruh, stop.
Really? Is that what we're doing?
Stop.
Is that New York, though? Is that what it says?
Yeah, this is a basketball team.
Okay, so go on, Ruben. So what we're talking about, Ruben wants to go on a date. And what he means by that, the definition of just wants to go on a date is he has a problem, or he says he has a problem with getting a little bit too future-based with a woman before he understands just having a good time. And so instead of, asking the big questions like, can I see myself with this woman? Can I do this? Can I do that? He just wants to go out and just be in the moment and say, I like this person. We're out at this restaurant or this gathering or this whatever, and this is what we're doing right now. Nothing else really matters. So that's where we are. So now my question to Ruben is, has that destroyed or hampered any relationships you may have had in the past?
I don't think it's destroyed anything. I don't even know if it's really hampered anything, because it's not like I talk about it. Like, I don't actively talk to that person. Well, blah, blah, blah. I think, though, I think if anything, it either A, speeds me up too fast, or B, slows me down too fast. And I don't want to...
Wait. Explain slow me down too fast. Speed me up too fast, I get. But how do you get slowed down too fast?
Fear of making, like, thinking about stuff too much. So I don't want to make the wrong decision. So I'm thinking, I'm in my head, instead of just using the however many years of knowledge and intellect that I have that I can go to, instead of thinking I do the A, B, or C, which is the best place. I just, I need to lean more on me and my knowledge and my experience and my expertise. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying it's like fast, but I think sometimes when you think about something a little too much, it kind of can scare people away. I don't want to be too much in my head, but I also
when you say scare people away, you don't want to make it sound serious when it's not?
No, I don't want to give off the wrong vibe. Like, he is he is not confident, or he is not he doesn't have an opinion, or he's a pushover. Stuff like that. I just rather I'm just too much in my head, and I need to be in my head but not be in my head. I need to live in the moment and enjoy what's going on in front of me, or not enjoy it. Either one, because both is available. So yeah, and as part of my things I want to do this summer, I said I want to go on a date, and so that's one of the things I want to do this summer.
Okay. Well, I wish you well, sir.
Yeah, wish me well too.
I heard somebody, I can't remember what podcast said, because somebody had posed a question like, well, how does a guy come off as being confident and not a pushover without seeming like they're trying too hard? And then some people are like, well, everybody's attracted to a boss. And they're like, yeah, but not everybody's an actual boss.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, you can give off that vibe just by putting yourself in an element in which you are in control of something. Like, you know what? If when you were doing your previous job, you were running big camps and doing all that. Like, I bet, and this is just me, I bet a lot of those mothers that dropped their kids off with you looked at you as a person in charge because you were. So I doubt any of them would have thought you were lacking confidence or were you a pushover because you were in charge of something. So sometimes it's just a matter of putting yourself in a position where you don't have to try. That was a place where you were in your element. Like I imagine because I don't know for sure, but I probably look the most comfortable when I'm coaching. I mean, that's probably a side of me that you don't get to see anywhere else. Because when I'm walking about daily life, I generally don't care about being in charge. I don't care about, I really don't care about being in charge or like coming off that way. But when I'm coaching, I'm probably meticulous about it because like I care. So, even when I'm not in charge, I probably kind of look like I'm in charge or something. So my advice would be like, if you want to get out of your head, put yourself in a place where you're not ever in your head.
Good advice.
It is. So, but yeah, that's mine. So Moby, we were talking about, it's almost summertime. So we're talking about my five things that we want to do this summer, which is obviously not like I want to get up and I want to go to work, crap like that. Just different things, because we usually have this question every year about this time. So it's just 5 things this summer that you kind of want to do.
All right. The first thing is I want to get past the summer. That's the first thing.
This guy.
If we could skip it and just go straight into fall, I'd be fine.
I'm with you there. I'm totally with you there because this heat is coming. It's like, wow.
So, I mean, I know you're shaking your head, but that's one of the main thing I want to do is get past it. Like just unscathed, just, not burnt, not losing 30 pounds from sweat. Like just get past
30
it.
pounds of sweat. Jesus.
Not that way, you don't.
I'll take it anyway at this moment.
The second thing is I actually want to take like a real vacation.
Define real vacation.
Where I'm not at work and I actually I'm not in work with intent to do something. Because I don't generally, like, even when I take off, I'm not doing anything that per se I want to do. I'm taking off because either I have to take off or because I have to do something that somebody else needs to do. So yeah, it'd be nice to be like, hey, I'm taking off because I am doing this. And I'm pretty sure my better half would feel the same way about that too, because we talked about it earlier. Like we don't really take trips for ourselves. Every time we do anything, it's because somebody that lives with us, these 2 insurgents, has to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it'd be nice to be like, hey, we're going this place, and honestly, I don't really care where y'all go. Like,
these insurgents. I love that.
So I want to take an actual vacation. 3, I want to actually accomplish some like around the house things that we need to get done, because I'd never do it. Like, and it's not that I can't do it. It's not that I have it, like I had some real legit reason not to. I just am lazy and I'm not home that often. So when I am home, the last thing I want to do is like work at home. I mean, so I got some power washing to do on the fence, and I got some, I got stuff to actually do, but I don't want to do it. But I got to get to it. So this summer I want to actually do some shit, or as I used to say, I want to do some man shit. I want to actually accomplish some man shit. I mean, it's been a long time since I actually did some man shit. Like
I mean,
that
when you say that, are you gonna get your Nike Monarchs? Are you gonna Air Monarchs for that? I mean,
no, man.
Monarchs,
See. I feel like you got to be consistent in your doing man shit. You don't just get the Air Monarchs. Like, you don't get a diploma for attending one class, AG. Like, you got to actually. you gotta
no, but I mean, but
man.
you did graduate and get in college, so you can still wear the T-shirt. Come on, man.
I mean, yeah, but the T-shirt is different than the actual, apparel of champions. Like, that's.
But you'll be champion for one day.
You don't get a diploma. Like, I mean, if I was a celebrity, you get the honorary diploma. So, maybe I'll get an honorary. Maybe I'll get a picture of some Air Monarchs, or. Or maybe I'll just get some cargo shorts that fit a little bit too, loose around the knee. Like they'll be like, "Hey, you're getting there, son. We see you, young blood. We see you, young blood."
He just like saying young blood.
I'm just saying. I feel like if some graduate with his Air Monarchs and his T-shirt tucked in his cargo shorts, like saw me power washing the fence, he'd be like, "You getting there, young blood? You getting there? I see you." That's the other famous thing old people say. They walk past you, the approval. I see you, son. I see you. AG, don't act like when you were younger that approval of some old dude that was cool saying
it means the world to me. Because when you get denied from somebody who's done it before and done it well, that's what's up. Good job. That's what's up.
Yep, but I see. Because, I find myself doing that with kids and doing things now. Like, I saw a player that I coach. I saw him out in his element. When I say out in his element, I mean, he wasn't at a practice. He was out and about, and he was talking to a young lady. He was actually engaging in conversation with a young lady. And I was just like, I see you. I see you, Josiah. I see you over there, bro. I see you. I see you letting your light skin powers activate.
Wow, your light skin powers?
Oh, man, he's all light skin, baby. Like, he all light skin.
He got that good hair, too, don't he? He got a good hair, too, don't he?
And it's a lot of it, too. Like, there's a lot of crinkly, curly hair, light skin. See, I knew he was about it light skin because, like, 2 years ago when we were coaching him, one of our coaches made a joke after practice. And he was joking, but, like, players kind of don't know sometimes if a coach is joking. So he was like, I know ain't none of y'all going to miss practice tomorrow for a school dance. And Josiah was like, I am. And I looked at him and I'm just like, I see you, young blood. I see you, young blood.
He's like, man, I got other things to do your damn practice.
He was like, bro, I got some ladies, yo.
Got some ladies.
Hey, y'all motherfuckers can hang out with dudes.
I'm trying to, get my young man on. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, so shit, I lost track because you talked about Air Monarchs and that got me off.
I'm sorry. I mean, you said you were going to be doing stuff. You want to do some man stuff. I figured.
I do want to do some man shit, man. I do want to do some man shit. I don't know what the man shit is, man. Like,
you just said you gotta power wash your fence.
I mean, I got to power wash fence, but I mean, I want to do some more shit. Like, I want to.
Can you power wash your house? Is your house brick?
Yeah, it is. I can do that.
Just saying, man.
I want to build something. You know what I'm saying?
I think your wife can find some man shit for you to do.
I bet she can. Well, that's not necessarily true.
No, she can find some man shit that she wants me to do. Might not be man shit that I'm capable of doing. Like, sometimes they want to next level you. Like, you can't just see me power wash the fence. Then next thing you know, say, hey, can you rebuild the deck? Like, hold on, baby, we gotta take baby steps. Like,
hey, man, there's no such thing as baby steps. Once she says she wants the deck, you get it done.
That's true. I just call my cousin, get a couple 6-packs, and be like, all right, then you're gonna have to help me.
Well, I'm just saying. You're not wrong, but I'm just saying.
Which is how we put my mom's front porch together. I was basically I was manual labor. Like, hey, Donnie, you tell me what to do, I'll do it. You know what you're doing, and I still have some strength in this back. We can make it happen.
Exactly.
Cool.
What's the last thing I want? The one thing I want to accomplish this summer, I want to get off of my lazy ass and make one of these ideas I have for youth basketball happen this summer, and I'm going to trying to make some ask some rec centers to give me like 2 hours a week for girls to have pickup basketball just for the girls.
Nice.
Because I think one of the reasons a lot of women get discouraged in basketball is because there's no place for them to play basketball other than organized basketball.
Yeah, you're just going to find a pickup game.
Exactly. And if you are, you get stuck playing with the guys, which either you're not able to keep up or the guys don't respect you enough to even give you a chance to. So I think it'd just be cool to have a safe space for these women to just play basketball. Because you don't get better at something by watching. That's just my opinion. Like, I know, and I don't think you just get better by practicing. Like, after a while, you got to transfer practice into actual games. So that's one thing I wanted. That's probably the last thing I want to do this summer. I got to get that done. If I don't do anything else this summer, that's the one thing I'm getting done this summer. Even if it costs me my vacation, I'm cool with that costing me my vacation.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, gentlemen. Awesome conversation. So, I thought a lot about this before I put it up here, but I feel like it's time. Recently we've been talking some real talk, and I really want us to talk about it because their opinions, and then there are more opinions, and I feel like that we kind of bridge. Some of us bridge that time between like the 70s into now. And what's been going on, as everybody knows, has been a whole lot of like protests at college campuses about what's going on, in Israel and stuff like that. And then, of course, the ignorance of people here. Because, we got a whole bunch of ignorant ass people here. So there's been a lot of protests in college campuses about it. So I kind of wanted to talk about that for a second. Not necessarily about the protest itself, but, more or less, are they really going about it the right way? Like, how do we just personally feel about what's going on? Like, for instance, I'll start. I appreciate the fact that they're using their right to protest. I've heard a couple different things as far as, what people say. Some people have used Martin Luther King quotes about basically, if you're willing to protest, you got to be willing to take the punishment. And that's really not exactly word for word what he said, but synopsis more or less what he said. I mean, I'm a fan of protesting. I'm a fan of nonviolent protesting. But I worry because I think some of this stuff has gotten out of control. Not from the people who are legitimately protesting. I think it's the outsiders who are then becoming part of the group. And then they're kind of egging it on further. Because I want to feel like all this started peacefully. And then you got one who does something or says something, just like, for instance, we'll take it back to, the Allen Iverson situation at the club, at the bowling alley. Everything was, wasn't cool, but everybody was whatever. Till a chair got tossed. The next thing you know, it's a fight, because somebody threw a chair. So, and I feel like there are unfortunately people who want to incite violence. So I guess the question, for me is like, do they not see that, or are they just caught up or whatever? But, it's just hard because you protest in a place where you're not supposed to protest. I'm not sure what other people are supposed to do about that. So I'm not, I can sit here and say I'm not a protester. So I can sit here and say also, I haven't been on those lines. So that's why my opinion is very vanilla, and stuff like that. But I'm just curious to see what y'all got to think about it. I mean, I think it's sad. I think the violence is sad. I think, yeah, you know, but I get it. I get it. So, AG, what do you think, man? How do you feel about what's going on in this country about that stuff?
Well, as far as what I think you're talking about, there are always going to be, if a protest or an issue that causes protest goes on long enough, it will be diluted with, in this country, people will like not mind their business and not come with a solution either. Mm-hmm. And so what I've seen, especially what's going on at Ole Miss, I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I was on Instagram.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I was on Instagram about right before, about a few minutes before the show started. And Southern white kids talking about God and Jesus in a situation where it has nothing to do with that. That makes me feel like this has gone on long enough for us to try to put our 2 cents in a situation that has nothing to do with us at all. Muslims, Jewish, fighting over something they've been fighting over from the Old Testament. Personally speaking, I don't know if Israel's going about this the right way. I understand some of the stuff that they've done. I don't understand all of it. What I see on the news, what I hear, all those things. I get why both sides are a little upset. I didn't know that there was a rule that you couldn't protest on a college campus, but here we are. But I am not a Muslim and I'm not Jewish. I'm sidelining this. I mean, I have my opinions on what's going on, but that's all it is. To put my 2 cents in and think that my God is better than theirs to start with, yeah, I don't know if you want to go down that road, but that's where we are. And so it's not the first time I've ever seen it where a protest or an issue that causes protest goes on long enough to where outsiders are trying to put in their 2 cents. Now, the other part of the situation I think you're asking is, I mean, I don't know if you are, but I think you are asking me how I feel about the core situation. And personally, like I said before, I don't know if Israel's going about this the right way. I do understand what Palestine's done in the past, but this particular situation, yeah, wow.
Well, so I'm not really asking about that because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a little bit of knowledge on that. I feel like that's not what I want to talk about. I really just want to talk more about the right of protest. How far do we go? Or how far did it go? How far is too far?
Okay,
just
now,
our opinion and thoughts on it.
Okay, well, as far as what you just said goes, look, man, if you're a citizen of this country that's not white, your job is to make white America feel comfortable. This ain't making white America feel comfortable at all. And it's not even a racial thing. But they don't want their campuses or wherever disturbed. They don't want to hear about it. Based on what I've been seeing, like I said before, I don't spend a lot of time watching the news incessantly. I don't know all the ins and outs. But I do know what I just said is true. Your job as a black person, as a non-white person, a brown person, whatever, is to keep white America comfortable. This is not a comfortable situation. It's not. Whether it's the core situation that got us here or, the protests themselves that we're dealing with on seems like a lot of college campuses now, bro, this is not comfort right now. It's just another thing. And I'm sure it's going to get political because that's what we do, all the things. But white America is not comfortable with all the things that are going on. They don't really know the situation, which even makes it more uncomfortable. They just want they just want their lazy boy. They want to be just comfortable. Leave me alone with that. Just leave me alone. So that's what I've seen. That's my opinion on what I've seen based on what you're actually asking me. If I'm answering the question right. Is that right? Is that what you're asking, or are you asking something else?
No, that's about right.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he was asking either, but I will try to answer a question I don't understand. I'm trying to answer it without just getting wordy and preachy. The idea of the right or wrong way to protest is the dumbest fucking statement I have ever heard in my life. And when I hear people talking about, oh, they're not protesting the right way, please explain to me how any protest can be effective if everybody agrees with the way you're doing it. Then it's not a fucking protest. You're just doing what everybody wants you to do. Like, the idea of a protest is to make notice of something, an issue, by making people feel uncomfortable with something. So if they're like, oh, this is the wrong way to do it, please explain to me what the right way to do it. Because if I did it with the quote unquote the right way, you probably wouldn't be talking about the situation. Because the idea of the protest is to make you have to address the issue, or at least have to acknowledge the issue. So the only right way to protest is one in which people react to it. Now, you can say, I don't believe in violent protest. Okay, that's cool. That if by right or wrong you mean either it's violent or not violent, I can ride with you on that. But any other way you're saying whether it's right or wrong, just shut the fuck up, because the idea of a protest is to make people not like what you're doing. Like when the civil rights protest happened, like black people going to restaurants that were whites only and sitting down in them and refusing to leave, that was not what they were supposed to do. However, if they would have protested from the outside saying, hey, it's messed up, you won't let us in, then that wouldn't have been a fucking protest. That would have been following the goddamn rules. So a protest has to inherently make people feel like it's wrong. That's the only way it gets attention. Now, my issue, well, it's not my issue. This is my opinion of the protest. I believe 90% of the people on these college campuses protesting can't fucking tell you the issues. They don't know what the issues are. They know either some Jewish people are mad or some Muslim people are mad and some people are protesting. So they're like, shit, I want attention too. I want to be on IG Live showing people how I'm down for the cause. You know, the same way the George Floyd protests went. We saw them white people out there with their camera phone saying, I'm down for you niggas. Like, that's pretty much how I feel about modern day protests, because like, I don't believe, and this is not all of them. There are some sincere college protesters, I'm sure. But we know that in this day and age, which everybody wants somebody to pay attention to them. And then, like, we are a sheep herding society. So if they see enough sheep going in this direction, hey, I'm going to go in this direction and make some fucking noise too. So, like, that's my real problem with the protest. I'm just like, do all of you really understanding what you're protesting? If you do, and you feel this strongly about it, then by all means, fuck some shit up peacefully. Fuck some shit up peacefully. But if you're just out there because a whole bunch of other people out there and you just trying to be down for the cause, stay your ass at home, man. That's not a real protest. Like, and I'm with you, Ruben. Like, do I know everything that's going on with this situation? Nah, and a lot of it's on purpose. I'm with AG. A lot of it's like, some of it just don't really have anything to do with me. But yeah, it's a war that's been, and the more I learn about it, the more I realize that everybody in the situation is just kind of wrong. Like, there is no right side to be on this. Like, other than just the side where, like, hey, I don't really think it's cool that we're killing people. I think if you can fall on that side of it, where like, hey, people shouldn't be dying, that's about as far as I can ride with you. Because if you're picking one side over the other, unless you're saying, hey, fuck Hamas, because they're the ones that initially, that terrorist group is the one that initially started this. But that terrorist group isn't everybody in Gaza. They're just as much a victim of that terrorist group as everybody else. It's just like when society in our country labels Middle Eastern Muslims as all terrorists. It's like, no. ISIS and them people, they don't agree with that extremist view either. But I mean, they just have to live with them because they're there, and there's nobody really there to protect them from it. So I mean, so how do I feel about, are they doing it the right or wrong way? There is no fucking right way to protest, in my opinion, unless it's, as long as it's peaceful in nature. And I specifically say peaceful in nature because some protests has to be loud, and sometimes being loud is perceived as violent. That doesn't necessarily mean you're violent, but sometimes you can't just be, hey, I wish I would stop doing that. I wish you would stop doing that. You can't be whispering. At some point in time, you got to start yelling. And, you know, like AG said, you know, a lot of white people get real uncomfortable when people start yelling at them. That's violent to them. And really, it's like, no, we're just trying to get your fucking attention. What was the old famous Tupac quote when he was like, hey, man, if we outside starving and begging you for food, at first it might seem peaceful. But, you know, 3 or 4 days later, when we still starving, that protest chant's going to be a little bit different than it was on day one.
Truth. All day. Truth.
Very much so. But yeah, I just, you know, I kind of just wanted to briefly talk about it as far as just the protest part of it, because like you said, Moby, it's very difficult to find a good or bad in this. The only thing that's really foul is just the people who are dying for no reason, like over there, and they had shit to do with none of it. They're just in the middle.
I mean, just to put numbers in retrospect, because I actually just pulled it up while we were talking. The initial thing that started all this killed 1,200 people. Israel's response has killed 34,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, kind of a strong response, I guess.
And that's just the killing part. They trying to starve people and everything else too, based on policy and based on their resources that they can keep from them.
How about I say, here's the thing. That's what Gaza has been dealing. That's where Hamas came from anyway. Like, yeah, Gaza basically technically owns their land, but they don't own any of the resources that come in and out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're essentially trapped and starving. So how do we think this is going to end? Like, once again, everybody, honestly, in many ways, and this is just my uneducated statement, in many ways, we are encouraging the rest of the people in Gaza to be more sympathetic with Hamas by doing all of this shit outside of it, by starving them. Because now it's like, well, my choice is either violence or starving. And I'm telling you, you give most human beings those two options, they're going to get violent quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah. And it's like they killed 34,000 people and we're still dealing with this situation. So it's like, you didn't even get done what you wanted to get done, and you killed like 30 times the amount of people that died at the beginning. So it's like, what are we doing? I
mean, I simply wish our country dedicated as much resources to the killing of black and brown people in its own soil with as much ferocity as we love to help our allies overseas.
Yep.
Simply wish we acted on it just as strongly.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, because we got all these documented cases of police brutality, and we've physically seen somebody die in front of us from the police killing them, and we still can't get any police reform bill passed. But a terrorist attack happens thousands of miles away from us, and we send them billions and millions of dollars to make sure that shit gets taken care of. I mean, maybe that's just my my blackness coming out, where I'm just like, hey, I'm cool. I don't think anybody should be getting attacked and everything, but
take care of home first, right?
Not even take care of. No, see, I hate saying take care of home first, because I understand that's a very narrow view. Because if you don't pay attention to what's going on out there, that can snowball and eventually affect you. But it's just like, I wish brown people in our own fucking country got as much aid as black and brown people in other fucking countries from our own country. Just, basically, if you're brown, you better not be from around. Because, like, we don't get those same resources.
Yeah. And then the resources that we do have, there's some people in our government who want to stop those. So it's like...
Because we ain't got enough money to support our economy and try to make sure everybody else is cool, too.
Yeah. It's crazy out there.
Team America, man. Team America.
That movie was the worst.
America, fuck yeah.
That movie was so horrible. Oh my God.
It was horrible, but the message in that movie was so right.
Yeah. All right. AG, what's on your mind, bro?
Going on what I said earlier about our particular show, anybody that wants to do a podcast, do a podcast. Pay attention to what you want to hear and make sure it's heard. If you're going to mix it yourself, well, I don't really suggest it. If you're just starting out, I suggest you find somebody to do so. But if you're going to mix it yourself, understand that if you can't hear it, we can't either. If it's bugging you, it's bugging us. And I'm not talking about the content. I'm talking about how it sounds, because it's really important. Because think about a podcast. You can't see faces. All you can do is hear. It's an auditory endeavor. So if you're going to do it yourself and you're not going to find somebody to do it for you, just learn the craft. Learn how to use compression, learn how to use EQ, learn how to use everything it's going to take to make it sound the way podcasts should sound. And I know that you know what that sounds like because you listen to them a million times a day like I do. But it's not an impossible task. And once you get it, you got it, and you can do what you want to do. But just want you to know, simple rule, number one, only rule. If it bothers you or you can't hear it, it bothers us, and no, we can't hear it either. So that's all I got.
Or hire AG.
Or somebody like me. Yeah, like I said before, if you can't do it and you don't want to do it, that's fine. Just make sure you go out and pay somebody that will. However, if you want to learn it, it's a simple task. Ask yourself one question. Can I hear it? Okay, if I can't, make it heard. If I can hear it and it's bad and it's distracting me, it's distracting everyone else, get rid of it and learn how to do those things. So that's what I got.
Can I hear it? Yes, you can.
There it is.
Awesome. Mo B, what's on your mind, bro?
Man, this one's for the ladies, man. This one's for the ladies. Guys, we gotta do better. For years, as guys, we have complained about ladies and their impossible standards and their moving goalposts and them not knowing what they want, or them wanting fictitious unicorn characters that they call men. But gentlemen, it really is time for us to step our game up. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm so tired of seeing these random videos of the modern day men where we're acting like women, like saying, hey, if you want me to come out, you should be paying for my date. You should be paying for my meal. If this lady's going to do something with me, she should be paying my rent. And the reason I'm saying we need to do better is not because I think those guys are serious, because most of them are joking. But we got to do better. If we can acknowledge that an issue exists by mocking them, then why the fuck can't we step up and just be like, no, bitch, we not doing this shit, all right? Like, if the only thing you bringing to the table is your goddamn self, stay over there away from my fucking table, because you're bringing my table down.
Woof.
If you can't add value to my table, get the fuck away from my table. If you're not coming to pour me some more to drink at my table, get the fuck away from my table. If you're not here to clean my table, get the fuck away from my table. If the only thing you're trying to do is bring your ass to the table, then men, we gotta do better and say, fuck you, get away from my table. Now, guys, this is not woman bashing. This is not, because we not talking about women. We talking about bitches that's just trying to sit at your table. See, and the problem is we are putting everybody in that category. And the truth is, there still are women who don't look at themselves that way. But we are in a bad bitch epidemic in which everybody says they want to be a bad bitch or they want a bad bitch. Well, you know what? Fuck them bitches. I'm happy I found a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy I found a woman who, yeah, does she annoy me sometimes? Goddamn right. And I'm sure I do the same thing to her. Does she piss me off sometimes? Fuck yeah. And I'm pretty sure she's downstairs pissed at me right now. But does she add value to my table? You goddamn right. Because I'm out here looking at some of these other heifers and I'm just like, you bitches would bring down my credit score just by having a conversation with you.
Wow.
I did enough to fuck up my own credit.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time. Please say that one more time.
Yo, that's awesome.
But when so seriously, this is not a woman. I want everybody to know this is not woman bashing. I'm saying, guys, you have to do better with what you expect. And you can't just be on a podcast or red pill shit, bashing bitches and bashing women and saying all women ain't shit. Because no, you are the bitch ass motherfucker that tolerated it. You know why most dudes don't spend their whole time bashing women? Because we just don't acknowledge those bitches. We don't waste time with them. Maybe when we were younger, but we got smart enough and learned that ain't the move. So, ladies, if you hear some dude complaining about how women ain't shit, stay the fuck away from him, because that nigga ain't got standards. Dudes, if you're one of these people who out here still saying all these women ain't shit, you are the motherfucker with the problem. Step your game up, you weak ass bitch. Wow. It's okay to say no to a chick. It just is. If she looks good, great. But if after she looks good, you can't think of nothing else good to say about her, and you still tolerating her, then you deserve to be a trick. You deserve to be a mark. You deserve to be a bitch. You deserve it. That's what accountability is. And as men, you should understand what accountability is. We're forced into accountability our whole lives. If you're fat and out of shape, you can't take your shirt off at the beach. You know why? Because you're accountable for how you look. You don't get the woman pass where we say it's body shaming. No, don't nobody accuse nobody of body shaming a man. You know why? Accountability. So if you out here bashing bitches, bashing women, saying all of them ain't shit, sir, you are accountable for your own actions and whoever you choose to entertain. If you entertaining hoes, then use a trick.
That's awesome.
We had a hey ladies again, y'all. I can retire now. I mean, I can't say anything that raw. Come on, man.
All I like to say is 1988. If you don't understand what Moby is talking about, Ice Cube came up with a great song called "A Bitch Is a Bitch," and he ain't necessarily talking about women. And he explains what a bitch is. Listen to it. And if you get offended by it, there you go.
Bitch is a bitch.
Thank you, Moby. He had one today.
He really did. Nice.
So, what's on my mind is very simple. Yo, man. First of all, Black Morticia Adams. Women ain't shit. She was like dickhead. What the fuck? Baby squid looking bitch. What? I don't know what to take that about. So, here's what I got to say. yo, man, as a representative of the kingdom of petty.
A representative of the kingdom of petty.
I thought you were mayor.
Yeah, I don't. You're not a representative, sir. You are a high-ranking official, don't you?
That was good. You are a high-ranking official.
Well, let me change that. Excuse me. As a high-ranking official of the kingdom of petty.
Thank you.
No problem. Sometimes y'all motherfuckers doing too much. Like, really, what we're doing now is being mad at people and calling people names because their parents got money? What? Really? That's low-hanging fruit, number one, to be petty. That's like grade kindergarten petty. Let's just be real. So, like, apparently now there's a new term called a Nepo baby, which basically means you're a kid of a parent who's got money. So you're afforded things that those who don't have money either can't, whatever. You got a benefit. No fucking shit. Of course they got a benefit. Like, but what? You got to make a name called a nepotism baby to make yourself feel better? How about you take your sorry, lazy motherfucking ass out there and work hard? How about that, motherfucker? Like, you can say whatever you want. The last time I checked, Will Smith ain't no goddamn Nepo baby. He was Fresh Prince before he was anything else. He parlayed that into a whole bunch of other shit. Like,
But would you call his kids a Nepo baby?
Well, that's what people are calling them. People call them Nepo babies. And, you know, my thing is like you have, like we got choices of who we get birthed into. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And that's why I say that's like low level petty. Like, even, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, apparently, because Allison Williams, the daughter of Brian Williams, who used to work on NBC as a nighttime guy, you know, she's just like, I mean, shit. Like, yeah, my dad opened some doors, but I had to go and do this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you can say what you want about the Smith kids, but I mean, let's just be real. Other than whipping your hair back and forth and being on Red Table Talk, I mean, Willow ain't really done a shit ton of stuff. But because her parents are who they are, you're mad because you won't get off your ass and work and enjoy your shitty life. Like, let's get over it. Because I can sit here and say all the times in my life that I've been shitty, but you know who it points back to you? This guy. My parents worked very hard not to motherfucking make sure I lived in the street. And yeah, they're not like, you know, well-known people. They ain't got a lot of money. But, you know, eventually, as I say it a lot, yo, man, you got to shit or get off the pot, baby. And that's where you're at. But calling somebody else names because you're sorry, because I'm sorry that you to get birthed into a family with money, therefore your life is terrible and you can't do anything with it. There's a whole lot of kids out here who were birthed into families with money, and they are nobodies. They're like us. Hell, some of them even less than us.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can two things be true at the same time?
I mean, always.
Like, can somebody call them a Nepo baby without it being considered hate? Because
No.
that person is afforded opportunities simply because of who they were born to. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm hating. Like, you know, Donald Trump isn't rich and powerful because he was a hardworking individual. His fucking dad was rich, and every time he fucked up, his dad was able to bail him out.
Correct.
So, I mean, he's a Nepo baby, right?
Technically.
Okay. So, can I call him a Nepo baby without being a hater?
You can, but people use it in hate.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was still able to use it without, being a hater.
Oh yeah, but if you do use it, you're looked at as a hater because that's the purposes of and the terms that has been established for it. Now, once again, like Michael Jackson got 2 kids out there that we don't never hear from. They nepo babies, but you don't see them out here doing any damn thing. Like I don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
I bet they're not broke.
I mean, yeah. But I
So
mean,
does it matter what they're doing?
well, I mean, I don't know how broke they are. But once again, the situation is people are using nepo baby as, to me, I feel like if you're hating on somebody for some shit that they had absolutely nothing to do with, that's just low hanging fruit. That's my opinion. Like, hate on a motherfucker because they dress like shit, because they chose that. Like, come on now. Like, oh, I decided to put a fucking tattoo on my neck. That's horrible. Like, that's a choice that they made. Or I decided to put a big old diamond on my forehead, like the Vision. Yeah, hate on shit like that. But like, because that's a choice. That's a dumbass choice that somebody who had some money made, and later on they realized a dumbass choice, and they got it taken out. And you waste a whole bunch of money doing that because whatever. But don't hate on people who had no choices of, like, are you hating on the kids of Prince Philip and all them over there because they just happen to be born into the kingdom? I mean, what the fuck? Like, it's just dumb. And it's
I don't hate on them, but fuck their family. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. But it's still low hanging fruit. And plus, when you talk about kids, man.
Sometimes, man, haters get hungry, man, and you gotta get that low hanging fruit if you're hungry.
You're not a hater. You're not a hater. You're just a punk ass bitch. Like, let's just be real. You a PAB. You're not hating. You're not even in the whole. You're not even in the like category. And this is coming from a true hater.
Maybe they working their way up to you, man.
Man, that's not. Yeah,
you can't get to the top of the tree first. You got to make your way up that bitch, man.
But that's not making a way up. That's actually going down. Because there's a lot of shit to hate on normal people about. Why are we hating on the rich kids that? I mean, what the fuck? It's just like waste. It's like when TMZ ain't got shit to talk about, so they make up some shit about some shit that they saw that nobody really cares about, but they got to put something out there on a piece of paper or on the internet. And they don't even do that low hanging fruit. Jesus. And TMC's, I mean, no opinions from here, but I've heard there's some dirty motherfuckers. Like, I've heard that. I'm not saying that they are. Yeah.
Do you need to actually hear it? I mean, their whole profession is based on being dirty.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's the whole thing. Is like, I'm just saying, if you're trying to be a hater in life, do better. Just do better. Nepo babies, like, what the fuck, man? This is dumb. As dumb as a waste of oxygen. Like, yeah. Stop.
I will never forget where I was the day a hater hated on a hater. I was right here. I was right here.
I'm not even hating on a hater. I'm hating on a wannabe. Because that's what they are. They're wannabes.
All right. Pot calling the kettle black. All right.
Hey, nah. I'm official. I got the card and everything.
No, nobody is disputing that you're a hater.
Good. I'm just saying that. Yeah.
I'm simply disputing your assessment of hate.
Hey, it's different types of hate, my friend. Ruben the Rude Boy of the Kingdom Petty. That's funny. That's actually funny. Britt Malone's a net poor baby. Yeah. Leave Barrett alone. Willow's new song's pretty good. Don't know what you're talking about. No, Moco Cowboy, I'm not a nepo baby. Come on, man. Yeah, let's be real. Black Bushes. Scattered detention injury high because one of the rich fat bitches Someone called her a rich fat bitch. Said it's not my fault my mom brought food and clothes and yours brought crap. Yo, that's weak. Oh my God. I didn't read it. But I didn't know her mom was on drugs. Yo, that's wild.
That's harsh. It probably was true, but that's harsh. Ouch.
Well, stop fucking with the poor people, man. That's also low hanging fruit. Sometimes they just got.
I mean, she wasn't really fucking with her. She was counterpunching.
Yeah, but you got to understand that some people can't take what they dish out. Clearly, this one could not.
That's not her problem.
That's not her problem.
If you swing and get swung back on, that's the game, babe.
Yeah.
Not wrong there.
Her mom did become sober for her. Now she's not doing good. Jesus. You followed up on the family. That's interesting. I mean, but yeah, man. Low hanging fruit, man. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. That's all I'm going to say on that. But once again, good episode. Thank you for everybody who is listening to the episode there, and people who will listen to the episode later on. As you know, we're here every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till we're done. And tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Like thank Moby, like thank AG, and I like thank you, the listeners out there, whether you listen to us live and you did comments, or you listen to us on the podcast later. Hey, there ain't nothing like being live, baby. And when we live, come be part of the family. Once again, 9 p.m. Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. We are here on Twitch. We are here on YouTube. And if you know me, we're also on my Facebook page as well. But, hey, we're here next week. Thank you, everyone. And as always, sorry, more Black with 10 Jobs, you got to go back to work. But, it's just, we can't be that long because nobody will listen to us.
Too bad you're not a Nepo baby and, you got to actually work.
That's so messed up. But, once again, we will see you next Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Hey, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.